Hi, my name is Basko Popovic. I'm energy healing coach, and in this video I'm going to continue from the points I have raised in my previous video when I've talked about the importance of your strong bioenergy field for your health and well-being. In this video I'm going to add a little bit more and talk a little bit more about why maintaining your strong bioenergy field is important for you to live a long and healthy life well into your 80s and 90s if you're lucky, or if you're genetically gifted to live that long, with the help, of course, of your knowledge of how to effectively manage your bioenergy field. So if you are 50 and above, this video would be very useful, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be 50 plus to watch this video, because it works even better if you're younger, because in that case you start using all these things that we'll be talking about in this video, or getting aware of them, will actually help you to, by the time you reach 50, to be more healthier, agile, and really sort of like fully prepared and conscious about the things that you need to expand upon and become even better for the purpose of you living a better quality of life in your latter parts of your life. So in the previous video we talked about the widths and the strength and the actual sort of fluidity of the flow of energy in your bioenergy field, and how it actually complements and actually helps you be healthy. In this video we're going to be particularly focusing on two things, particularly, like I said earlier on at the beginning of this video, when you reach 50 plus. Why? Because there is something that's called the sort of inhibited aging program that was programmed into us through our DNA structure, passed on to us through our ancestors, and it sits deep into our subcellular structure. Literally, we operate at many levels, not only material, what we call atomic or cellular level, but on a higher levels, which are all the levels of energy levels that we exist simultaneously at any moment in time. And yet we're only aware of the physical level that we're in, and totally oblivious to anything else that forms part of our being. But because it's not physical, we have no awareness that it actually is part of our being. Even those parts of which we're not aware of are prone to certain so-called energetic programs that actually run and coordinate our overall experience of who we are at multiple layers of existence. As that being the case, the aging at the cellular or material structure is very important, because as this is, the material part is the most densest, slowest energetically, the most predictable in the whole existence, of which, bear in mind, this particular part of which we are aware of is literally a grain of sand in a literally endless desert that's called the creation. So what we perceive with our five senses tells us basically nothing, because we know nothing outside of what we can perceive through dwelling in this particular reality. And yet we are connected in every single levels of other realities that are actually enabling us to be present everywhere at the same time. But we're present there at the subconscious level, but not at the conscious level, thanks to our present level of individual and then collective consciousness. As that is the case, our sort of programmed aging is more or less tuned that with a certain span of time we are meant to progressively lose our abilities to function the way we did when we were younger. To simplify the things, in the early days or early stages of our lives, particularly in our childhood, we're full of energy, we're light, we're learning, we are happy most of the times, protected, loved, and so on and so forth. The moment we start to become young adolescents, leading into teenage years, then forming into the grown adults, and then we're facing the life and everything that comes with the life. We're hit with loads of things depending on where we live, particularly if you live in highly urban areas, which was explained in the previous video. All that affects the flow of energy in your bioenergy field. Or which I've explained, your thoughts and your emotions play a massive role. So your bioenergy field is not anymore by default strong illuminated, glowing, and I'll use the term healthy because that automatically reflects onto your body, because what is outside is basically a reflection of it on the inside, and inside is material, our body. It becomes more obscure as the so-called time passes by, which is, as I explained, part of the program. And this particular program, just like any program, can be in some way controlled, which is a good thing. Now, if you leave everything to the so-called chance, or as it comes in life, which means you allow the life's events to control you, to control your thoughts, your emotions, your moods, and everything about you. By default, you will allow your programmed aging software to work in accordance to the actual feedback you are giving to your subcellular structure on a daily basis as to what you think, what you feel, what you're going through emotionally, and all these things. And that will either help you to live longer, shorter, or it will actually help you to be healthy, or it's going to actually help you to start to degrade your inner organs by effectively interfering with the information flow that goes at the subcellular level. Now, prolonged interference in the effective information flow between your cells leads to regression of information, and then instead of cells are producing the correct breakup and the correct cellular structure, they start to guess because of the lack of information that comes on a constant basis. It starts to guess what it might be. And in the unlucky events of that constant guessing comes illnesses. So the more your cells are guessing in a wrong direction, the more ill and detached you become. This is a very simple explanation at what is going on at the subcellular level, and all that is linked to the effective flow and the correct flow of energy in your bioenergy field. Now this is, and I cannot repeat this enough times, to stress the importance of you paying a very strong attention to your energy. And I cannot express how important that is. Because if you take these words that I'm actually saying to you as your truth, which I hope you do, but let's assume that you do, you will realize that you have to do something on a daily basis, not much, 5-10 minutes at a time, once a day, that's the bare minimum. But if you can do 3, 4 or even more times a day, multiplications of 2 or 3 minutes at a time, it will come up to about 20 minutes a day, which is nothing if you compare to what 24 hours is per day. That will actually enable you to start to create a strong energetic resonance, excuse my accent, within your bioenergy field. What it means is you will then be able to correct any sort of reduced flows on the major energy flows in your bioenergy field, and you will also be able at a subconscious level, through practicing various exercises that I teach in my program, to actually open those intermediate or interconnecting small flows that are actually flowing between major energy superhighways, and which are actually ensuring to correct width and depth and the actual force of energy that circulates from within your bioenergy field. Why is it important? Because as I said earlier on in this video, when you're younger, your bioenergy field is quite expansive, it's illuminous, which means energy is free flowing in its complete width and the full force as it needs for you to maintain your complete bioenergy survival at a cellular level, and all that reflects internally into your cells. In other words, the more your cells are enlightened, literally enlightened, or the more light comes into your cells, the more knowledge they have. The more knowledge your cells have individually, the more that knowledge gets transferred and shared through entire cellular system of your physical body. You're experiencing enormous and huge physical benefits of health and well-being. At the same time, your cells are reproducing with the correct speed, and that gives you and that keeps you looking young or younger than which you should be by default or by the commonly measured standards look when you are at a certain age group. Now that is very important. Second thing is your physical ability to perform, maybe when you're in your 50s or 60s, is not the same as it was when you were in your 20s or your 30s, but nevertheless it's not far off. It's maybe there, less 20-25%. But that's pretty good. You may work on that and you may actually improve upon that if you do spend a lot of time working on your physical conditioning. This is outside of your energy work. This is your gym work, your track work, whatever it is you're doing. Climbing, cycling, swimming, and etc. But that is beside the point. It's talking about the physical ability. What we're talking about here is about looking in terms of a maintenance of your health that reflects into you looking younger as you are progressing in your aging or your dwelling on this planet. This is what is important. And what actually affects that is your lifestyle. The quality of your sleep, What I touched in the previous video is about the quality of your thoughts, of your emotions, hence your prevailing states, the direct link with all that. Now all that is very important. Also your water intake, sugar intake, food you're eating, rest periods, very important for recharging your body back energetically. And all that, coupled with the exercises that I'm teaching in my program, actually help you to become more sensitive to your own needs. The more you become sensitive to your own needs, the more you know instinctively what you need to do at any moment in time without bearing and adhering to any kind of program or anything like that, because the body changes its needs from moment to moment. The body doesn't respond to certain rules or programs or what have you. It responds to its needs from the moment to moment. So developing self-sensitivity to what your body needs at any moment in time increases your ability to improve your performance, or to keep your physical, mental and emotional and even spiritual ability to the highest possible levels you can, which translates very positively into your ability to maintain specific mental concentration, physical ability to do things, look younger, and all sorts of things. Very, very important. And like I said, again, I'll just briefly name them. The key factors that are leading you to what you need to be paying attention to. And that is, in simple terms, spend as much time as you can around the open natural areas, such as the mountainous regions, forests, and the areas with the large water surfaces, lakes, rivers, waterfalls, seas, beaches, things like that, which is free energy flow. I've explained that, and high increase of a high level of negative ions as well, which are recharging you at every energetic level. Second thing is your lifestyle, what you're eating, sleeping, drinking, overall ability to control the chemistry in the body. And the third thing is the most important one, which leads on to all this and closes the whole thing on energetic level, is the quality of your thoughts, your emotions, and your mental states, because they automatically then impact your physical abilities. All these things together are a combo of things you must become aware of. And I cannot stipulate the importance of this enough, that awareness of these factors will grant you with younger body, greater spirit, greater emotional, spiritual, how can I say, even physical connectivity, which is from within yourself. And all that will grant you a greater quality of life that you need. I think I should put enough for this video, so if you have any questions concerning the points that I raised in this video, you're more than welcome to get in touch with me. I'm going to put all my details below this video, and I will see you again in the next video.